Hi guys, welcome to my very first In My Mailbox video! Yay! And thank you to Michelle Zink for giving me these awesome pom-poms, which I blogged about a couple weeks ago, but it's the first time I'm actually getting to use them. So you're going to see them a lot in this video. So first up, we've actually got Sweet Scarlet to go with the red pom-poms. Yay! I'm really excited about getting this book from S.J. Kincaid, who was giving it away a couple of days ago, because I actually owned Scarlet Fever when I was in the Philippines, but I had to leave it behind because it was just too heavy to bring along with my other books, and there were some that I was just not willing to leave behind. So it had to stay. It's currently staying at my aunt's house, but I hope to get it back soon. And I'm excited to build up my Maureen Johnson collection again. I now have 3 books by Maureen Johnson, which is great because when I came here I had 0. But I'm so excited, and I will definitely be making time to reread this series once I've caught up with all of the books I had to read for review. There we go. On Sunday, I received Delirium from Ray, aka Mounty9 on Twitter. I'd won her Random Acts of Kindness giveaway last week, and in return she asked me what book I wanted her to get from me, and I said Delirium because I adored this book. I cried so much over this book when I first read it in May, and just it was devastating. Devastatingly beautiful, but devastating. I know there's been a lot of controversy about this cover. I think it's pretty beautiful. It is. I will have to say I'm a little partial to the old one, just because of how gorgeous that blue cover was. But I'm glad that I now have this version because it has the first chapter of Pandemonium, which I will actually show you guys. So you go out and buy it. See? First chapter! It's here! I know! And I'm glad that it's going to match the cover for Pandemonium. So, hey, Delirium! You guys should go read this, like, right now. If you have it, bump it up your TBR list. Read it now. I also received my very first blog tour book, which is Ember by Carol Oates. I hadn't heard about this book, but when the chance to read it and review it for a blog tour came up, I immediately agreed, and I'm excited. It would actually be my first book about angels, which is weird because my name is Angel, but what can you do? It looks really interesting, and I love the cover. So, and by the way, you guys can also check out the blog tour, which will be running from, I believe, September 1 to 18. I'll put up a better description, more details in the doobly-doo, so you guys can check that out. I also received 2 ARCs this week, both of which I'm very excited about, even though I haven't heard a lot about them, probably because their release dates are so far away, but I won these from Jenny Fresh, aka Feral Pony, on Twitter, and I'm so excited because I love both of the premises for these books. And the first is Shattered Souls, which is coming out in December 2011 from Philomel Publishing, Penguin. So thank you for that. I'm very excited about this book because anyone who knows me knows that I have a thing for Sixth Sense kind of things, and this book just answers that and just pushes all my buttons because if she'll allow me to read out to you. Lindsay hears voices. She also sees vision. And when she meets this guy named Zach, I'm sorry, her boyfriend is Zach, she meets a boy named Alvin. He tells her that she's a reincarnated speaker, someone who can talk to lost souls and help them move on, and that he has been her protector for centuries. Now, I'm not a big fan of love triangles, I will say that, but I really love the idea behind this book, and I'm excited to start reading it soon. I promise, this week I will get to it. But yay, Shattered Souls by Mary Lindsay. I also received Dragonswood from Jenny Fresh, and I haven't actually read a full-on high fantasy novel in a long time, and I'm sorry, this is just a gorgeous cover. I just have to talk about that for a little while. Her dress is amazing, but the story is also really intriguing. I love it. There's dragons, fairies, humans, and a girl that just finds herself in the center of all that madness, and it's amazing. So, and I'm sorry, anything with dragons and fairies, I will read that book. There's no question about it. I also received a book from Quirk Books in Philadelphia, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, Dreadfully Ever After. I'll be honest, I read the first book. I thought it was pretty good. I haven't read the second novel, which is Dawn of the Dreadfuls, but I'll probably be looking out for that one to buy pretty soon so that I can read it before I tackle this one. And that cover creeps me out. I'm sorry. Apparently in this one, Mr. Darcy has been nipped by a rampaging dreadful, aka zombie. That should be interesting. I also received a book called The Taker. It's an arc, but it's pretty huge. It might be one of the biggest books I own, like wise. I've been hearing a lot about this book, which is great, right? I've heard a lot of great things about it, which is making me really happy because I love the idea behind it, where there's a 200-year-old story of unrequited love set in both a Puritan settlement, and it spans about 200 years. So I'm excited to tackle this, but I'm pretty sure that one of my parents is going to steal this off my shelf soon. So it may not be me getting to read it first. I also got to buy 2 books this week, which is lovely. First, well, actually they're both part of a series, the Wonder Strange trilogy. I only own the first book and the second book because this one I picked up from VMV for $4, and this one I picked up from Chapters for $6, which is amazing, especially because it's hardcover. So I'm excited to find the third book. Hopefully I can get it this week, because I don't know if you guys know this, but September 25 is Word on the Street here in Toronto, and it's a big Sunday where people just hang out and look at books and get to talk to publishers and just immerse themselves in books. And there are going to be a lot of authors at Word on the Street, including Miss Leslie Livingston herself. And even though I was fortunate enough to meet her during Fan Expo last week, I'm pretty excited to get these 2 signed. So if you are going to Word on the Street, come find me, because I'll be there the whole day. And to top it all off, I got 2 books from the library this week. First is Shine by Lauren Miracle, which I've been meaning to read for a couple of months now, but it only just got to me at my library, so I'm definitely excited to start this one. And I also got this book, All You Desire by Kirsten Miller. Now, I'll be honest, I read the first book last year and I wasn't very impressed. That said, I have heard that it's better than the first book, that there's tighter writing, and that the world that Kirsten Miller builds is a lot more complete in this installment. So I'm going to give it another chance, and hopefully I am just as blown away as everybody else. I really hope so. So that's it for this week. If you have a mailbox post, please link me to them, because I love checking out what everybody gets in their mailboxes every week. And I will see you guys again tomorrow to look at the books that I am so dying to read in the next few. Yay! Bye.